Welcome back to SnowRunner, guys, and in this video, we are looking at the public version of YeahBuddy's Top Truck Challenge Braptor. Now, what is a Ford Braptor? Well, basically, it is a highly modified Ford Bronco with a Ford Raptor front-end conversion, solid axles, coilovers, and enough grip to basically make its way up just about anything you put in front of it. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to take it through its paces. We're going to take it inside the garage, customize it, see what the options for that are. Then we're going to bring it back outside, see how it does in some slow environments, some fast environments, and then, of course, finally, take it off the bridge jump. We're also going to throw it in the mud somewhere in between. So let's go ahead and fire it up. It sounds so good. Like, this is one of those sounds where you're like, oh yeah, it really just fits the personality and character of this rig. Now, there have been some people that have been asking whether or not this is going to potentially be on console, and this particular version right here, as you can see in the grill says Ford as a normal Raptor grill would, so this particular version is PC only. However, YeahBuddy did actually mention in the comment section of this mod that he's potentially considering a unbranded version or debranded version maybe later on down the road, but like I said before, he's not fully he hasn't fully settled on what he wants to do in that respect. So let's go ahead and dive into the customization. Now, engine wise, you have the TTC engine. Gearbox wise, TTC. The reason why, and suspension, TTC, or YB TTC event, pick me. Now, so the reason why everything is named TTC is because there are a lot of mod creators that are running a Top Truck Challenge event, and there's a series of very specific rules that all of the trucks have to be built to in order to compete in Top Truck Challenge and fit that rule set. This truck is designed around that rule set. So moving forward, now tires wise, they're all 43s, and you have Rockzillas, you have Mickey Thompson Baja MTZs, it looks like. You have BFG, they look like KM2s or KM3s, and then you have BFG Baja KRs. Now, I think on this build, we're going to probably run the BFG MTs. And then winch-wise, again, TTC winch, frame add-ons, you have a bed cap that you can run if you would like to run it. That's entirely up to you. I think it looks really cool both with and without it, but I think I'll actually run it with it because I think it looks really cool. So you actually have a few different color options for the wheels. You have red, black, and green for these fuels. They actually look really, really nice, and I'm probably not going to change the color away from this particular gray that it is right now because I really like the gray with the green accents. Although if you did want to change the color to something else, like if you wanted it to be all green or all black or all like purple, you totally could, and there are wheel colors available for you in order to support any of these color options that you might want to choose. Now, I will say it does look really, really good in more of a polished gray as well, but especially considering the fact that there's a lot of like, scuff marks and stuff on that front, crash beam, I think having the weathered look on the vehicle itself and on the body panels really helps with the overall look and the overall vibe. So let's go ahead and leave the garage and see what this thing is all about. All right, so let's actually give it a little bit of a flex test first, because I feel like a flex test is going to be, it's definitely going to highlight how wild the tuning is on this thing, because it is insane. All right, so let's bring you around. There you go. The turning circle is also insanely tight. It's so wild. Now, the flex, you can't go wrong. I mean, look at that. We're going to need to actually find a better obstacle in order to fully test out this thing's flex capabilities. Look at this cabin, by the way. Like, steering wheel, like, freaking race dash. You've got your shifter, you've got your, actually, like, you got an entire, like, modeled switch panel right there. You got a full-on screen. Now, there's nothing on that screen right now, but I don't know if that maybe it might change in the future. We'll have to wait and see on that. So let's see if I can make it flex on the loading platform. I probably can. A little bit of power. Bro. Okay. Alright. That's insane. I wonder if that would change with the other suspension option. So let's see. Suspension 2. Whoa! Okay, maybe I shouldn't have done it with, like, the truck already flexed up and under load, but I just wanted to see the... Oh! That's the suspension you want to use. Holy smokes, that's it right there. That flex is gnarly. That is, like... That's gnarly on a level that you just do not see from most vehicles. Now, let's head to some obstacles and see how it does in some rocks. Now, keep in mind that the rock area on the testing grounds map, which we're on right now, is a little bit different than the rocks you're going to find on, say, some of the modded crawling maps. Now, the rocks on the modded crawling maps obviously have a little bit more grip built into them to replicate that real-world rock crawling feel, whereas the rocks on these testing grounds maps are a little bit slicker, a little bit more kind of vanilla game, and they weren't necessarily fully designed to be driven on, but hopefully the tire coating will help push our way past that a little bit. Make our way around to the hill climb. I'm sure this is gonna be a breeze. Dude, yeah, like, no problem whatsoever. Absolutely no problem at all. So let's do standard low. Let's just pick a random line and see what it... Oh, okay. It's got a lot of grip. It could do it, but we were literally about to roll over backwards, and I did not want that to be our initial, like, run. Come on. Some of the lines you can run with, like, a wheelbase this short is, like, honestly, it's super fun. And it's fun because of the fact that it unlocks new lines that you may not have had before. Although, this one is being incredibly... There we go! Needed a little bit of a bump in high, but, like, I got the front tires up, but here's the thing. These slick rocks, the way the game has designed them, it's not on the truck that it didn't make it up that, and on a modded map with differently coated rocks, it would have been just fine. It's also not on the tire coating at all. It's simply because of the fact that the base game rocks are coated to be extremely slick. Now, it should be able to make its way through here no problem, and let's see. Ooh, iffy line on my part, but steer a little bit to the right. Trying to reset it a little bit because, again, the wheelbase being this short makes it a little weird, and some of the lines that you might be used to taking may need some adjustment. There we go. When the camera stops freaking out, we'll be able to find a good line. Oh, yeah, that was no problem. No problem at all. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. Easy. Let's see if we can crawl it down this hill. Pretty stable. Yeah, no issues at all. Now, I do want to take it on a quick run through the mud, although I know it's not designed for the mud, but I want to show you guys the insane level of suspension articulation and the way that it actually works in conjunction with kind of just the overall attitude of the truck and how smooth the articulation is. We'll actually be going over to that articulation testing area over there to show you guys what I mean. Now, in high in a mud section like this, it's obviously going to slow down quite a bit, but that's not an indication of the fact that the truck is, like, you know, not necessarily on a certain level. That's just an indication of the fact that it is designed around a specific rule set, that being the Top Truck Challenge rule set. And the Top Truck Challenge rules require these trucks to have a little bit less grip in certain situations like rocks and mud than your typical mod might have. And that's in order to keep the competition fair for all of its participants. Now, let's see if we can make it through here without a winch. I mean, it is not happy about that. I mean, it will make it through here eventually, and you guys know that it'll make it through here eventually, but, like, oh, it's actually making a little bit of progress now. I'm going to drive up here to the side because I don't want to go all the way to the end of that pit because I know how the mud gets down there, and I know that it would probably get really upset with me. Whoa, that winch wanted to pull me directly backwards. Let's see if we can avoid scenarios like that because that's not exactly what I would consider optimal. Come on, front tires, find some grip. It's certainly a challenge. Like, if you enjoy a genuine challenge, but you also want a vehicle that's got a really good mix of capability as well as challenge, this is the ticket, dude. This is absolutely the ticket, and you have got to take it for a drive. Like, as soon as you can take this thing for a drive, I definitely recommend it. Now, again, I think what we're gonna do, just to kind of get it out of this mud section, because we know it could get itself out, but I'm gonna give it just a little bit of an assist real quick. That way, we can just move it along, and it'll be good to go. Pull it on out of there. Nice and easy. And we know it'll be fine in the rest of this. Yeah, it'll be fine all the way out of this, but we're gonna do something a little bit different than what we normally do and go to this articulation test. Now, I'm actually gonna hit this at a little bit of speed, and let's see how it reacts. Dude, look at the way everything just, like, compresses and then rebounds. That is just... The tuning that goes into making a vehicle do that is next level, especially when it compresses. Like, obviously the rebound is really impressive, but the compression is even more impressive. Now, with a vehicle with a wheelbase this short, I don't think there'd be any chance that we'd get stuck in here, like, at all whatsoever, but let's make our way through and find out. Now, we are kind of burying the front end in the dirt a little bit, but it's not like it seems to care. Oh, yeah, that even flexed it out a little bit. You just gotta be careful that you don't, like, overdo it and flip it over, but that would only really happen if you went through here way faster than you should. Almost there. Yeah, it's not even like it struggles with it at all. It's just strange to me coming through here with something with a wheelbase that incredibly short. I don't think I've ever driven something in this game with a wheelbase that short. It really is, like, so much shorter than, like, 99% of the other crawlers out there. Well, crawlers slash TTC trucks, at least. All right, repair and refuel real quick. Let's see how you do over an obstacle like this. And I want you guys to watch the suspension. I want you guys to watch the shocks. Watch how it reacts to this stuff. Look at that. Wow. That tuning, though. That tuning is just insane. That tuning is, like, absolutely next level incredible. I'm gonna do the pipes obstacle too, because I feel like it would probably be able to make it through the pipes obstacle not only really smoothly, but fairly quick too. What if we can do it, like, while feathering the throttle and high? Dude, it does that without damaging itself or bottoming out. Do you have any idea how difficult it is to make a vehicle that will do that in high without bottoming out or damaging its suspension whatsoever? That is some insanely next level tuning. And I mean, I'm talking insanely next level. I don't like this rain. I'm going to change that. Okay, thank you. Now let's see how you do on a little bit of a side trail before we take you to the bridge jump. Now remember, it might not be quite as capable as some of the non-TTC vehicles on something like this because it's built around a specific set of rules, but it still isn't, you know, it's not bogging down yet. It's not getting stuck yet, so it's actually doing really, really well. Can you imagine driving a truck like this in real life with a wheelbase this short? I could not imagine what that would feel like. I mean, probably because I've never actually driven something like this, but I can only imagine in my head, like, how insanely, like, weird yet interesting that must feel to drive something with these axles, like, so close together. The adjustments that you could make and the turning radius that you would have on trails would be so incredibly next level. I mean, we're talking about an experience you wouldn't be able to find anywhere besides a custom-built rig. And even though it's not the fastest thing in the world, hey, it freaking ripped through here. It ripped through here with absolutely no issue, no nothing. It was totally fine and totally good. All right, let's make our way up this hill real quick. We'll make our way to the left of the rocks and head up to the bridge jump. There we go. Now, I'm sure that it's gonna land pretty well. I mean, when you get on the throttle, it leans back. So I imagine he's tuned it to where if you were to jump it, it would lean back a little bit, and that way you're not gonna risk, like, nosing into the ground. So dude, it went up the rocks, no problem. All right, here we go. Bridge jump time, come on. There's fourth. There's fifth. It's not gonna be the fastest jump ever, but I do wanna see how it goes. Oh, wow. Bro, that was like the least dramatic, yet most satisfying bridge jump I have done in a long time. That was so incredibly satisfying. Like, so incredibly undramatic, yet also so incredibly satisfying. But if you guys enjoyed this video on YeahBuddy's Braptor, make sure to let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments below. Hit that like button if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new, and I will see you guys next time. Talk to y'all later.